to talk about this a little bit, and I mean, I feel like this has been one positive of the lockdown is actually seeing people going out and actually doing some sort of exercise with they're doing their sort of one bit of exercise of the day, may it be walking, may it be running, may it be cycling. I mean, I've got a few stats to throw at you for interest for you regarding sort of fitness trackers and biking. So, for instance, in terms of search engines for bikes, people have an interest in getting to bikes. There's been a surge of 525% in people looking into, getting a bike. And the use of Strava has gone up by 354%, from this lockdown period. And that is in the top 3 apps in Apple Store. Obviously, it's created that sort of where people are actually trying to take a bit of interest in their sort of health and using that opportunity to get out there. Do you see after this lockdown period people being able to carry this on, or we're just going to go back to what we was like pre-lockdown?
It's difficult to say because again, when post-lockdown comes, it's another change in environment, it's another change in scenarios, routines, etc. So if I were to say I have a client who had just bought a bike and or is maybe now running on Strava, trying to develop this new habit, I'd potentially already have a plan in place to maintain that habit when everything kind of goes back to normal. So how are you going to maintain your running output when you're back at work, working 9 to 5, commuting maybe, and having that kind of process in place before it happens, rather than trying to be reactive, like, I was biking all this time throughout lockdown, but now I'm at work and I don't know how to fix it. I mean, I don't know how to fit it in. So just kind of go back to that status quo before lockdown. So I think being proactive, planning ahead will help that. And I think that's what, again, the foresight, the pre-planning, the just putting some further thought in how to put that new habit into a new environment is where most people fall down, and that's where having a coach is just vital in my eyes. Like, my process into lockdown would have been a lot smoother if I had a coach, and the process of me coming out of lockdown will be a lot smoother if I had a coach, just simply because they can look at your situation in such an objective manner and take your subjective reasonings and like your like negative perceptions of that situation away. They can look at it completely objective, like, oh, you're now working 9 to 5. Excuse me, you biked 5k every 2 days. Well, we can split that down into 2.5k every day before or after work. Just it's something like that. Like, planning ahead will always put you ahead. So I like that. Those stats were like music to my ears. I love that. I know a lot of people that are on Strava, and I feel like community, because Strava is a very community driven app. It's like you can see who's done what on what course, and I feel like that's going to be more and more of a strong position to be in when it comes to exercising. Is being a part of a community, because being solo, kind of struggling solo, it gets old very quick, and it's very easy to, if you're on your own, kind of relating very back to one of the first questions. If you're the only person chasing that goal, the only person that knows about that goal, it's very easy to quit because you're the only one that's going to let you quit. So yeah, hopefully people plan ahead and keep up those better habits, because they'll lead much better lives for it. Yeah.